What is it like to drive an electric compact SUV powered by Google? That's what we are going to find out on the Volvo XC40 Recharge, which is a super fun ride, and I'm really fortunate to have received this from Volvo Cars Malaysia to drive over the weekend. So here's what I have to say about it on what Google and Volvo has done to achieve a great driving experience, but I also have a lot to say about what they could have done better to make it a better ride. Now notice that there's no push start stop button on the Volvo XC40 Recharge Pure Electric because it is actually butt activated. So once I sit inside with the key, music starts playing, and when I push to D, basically the car can restart moving. Now, how do you turn off the car? Basically, there's no need to turn off the car because once you open the door and step out of the car turns off by itself. The Volvo XC40 Electric is one of the most practically designed electric vehicles I have seen. Like the Hyundai Kona Electric that we reviewed recently, one of the notable design change from the regular model is the front face, which has a flat slab instead of a grille. Unlike other EVs and hybrid cars, the XC40 Electric hasn't compromised too much boot space and offers an impressive 425 liters of storage space with no bulks. That's because Volvo has designed the 74 kWh battery below the car, while there are twin electric motors located on the front and rear. Also, the XC40 Electric gains an extra storage on the front, which is more commonly used for storing the charging cable. And since it doesn't come with a spare tire, Volvo has thoughtfully provided an electric inflator and tire sealant, hence you don't need to panic in the event of a flat tire. The cabin space of the XC40 Electric is decent, as there's good headroom and leg space to fit 5 6-foot tall Asians. Though the rear seats can be a little uncomfortable for long distances as they aren't able to recline. This is ultimately a compact SUV that's made for small families and couples. Unlike the regular XC40, the electric variant comes with very high quality fabric seats that I find extremely comfortable to sit on and don't miss leather seats at all. Especially under the hot Malaysian weather, it cools down really fast when the aircon kicks in, so my ass wouldn't get scalded by the hot sun. Ride comfort on the XC40 Electric is unquestionably a top-notch experience, just like what you would expect out of a Volvo car. The satisfying electric sound from the dual motors and the responsive acceleration makes it one hell of a ride that gives you some kind of empowerment on the road. It also takes on every corner and bumps with great confidence. And when you consider that this is just a 278,000 ringgit electric compact SUV, you really couldn't ask for more. Now, let's get on with the techie part of the car. The XC40 Electric gets ahead of the regular model with a total of 4 USB-C ports. There's 2 on the front, with one being used as a data interface, and there's another 2 at the back. All of these USB-C ports will charge your gadgets at up to 15 watts, which is very decent. You also get a Qi wireless charging pad, but it unfortunately doesn't have air conditioning support to cool down your smartphone while charging. Instead of using its proprietary operating system, the XC40 Electric employs Google's Android Automotive operating system that's based on Android 11. So you'll basically gain access to things such as the Google Play Store, Google Assistant, and Google Maps. The infotainment system is also paired to a 13-speaker Harman Kardon sound system that delivers excellent clear and warm audio at a maximum power of 600 watts. Volvo has even included an air-ventilated subwoofer on the front that helps play lower-end bass better. Volvo offers a 4-year 4G data subscription when you purchase the car, which is very generous of them, and you will need to purchase a data subscription thereafter or just share a hotspot connection from your phone. At this time of shooting, there isn't a lot of apps you can download from the Google Play Store, and the most common apps that one will download is Spotify and YouTube Music. Waze is still not there yet, so you are going to have to rely on Google Maps for navigation whether you like it or not. The XC40 Electric's infotainment system only supports wired Apple CarPlay, and since it already runs on Android, there's obviously no Android Auto, and you will only need to connect your Android phone over Bluetooth if you want to take calls. However, you do lose access to apps on your phone and don't get incoming notifications such as WhatsApp messages, which is a shame, and I thought Google would have at least offered a more connected experience with an Android phone, or even let me control smart home appliances with a car-optimized Google Home app. Almost all of the car settings can be accessed through the 9-inch portrait display and feels very similar to a smartphone, which isn't too difficult to get around if you are familiar with Android. But the problem arises when you want to access them while driving on the road. It is a distraction, and you unfortunately can't do it through the car's 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster. Thankfully, with Google Assistant, I frequently use it to change the car's climate controls when I'm driving, and it works very well in my case. But I'm sure anyone would prefer physical buttons for accessing some of the car's settings. The big, beautiful 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster has a really clean UI and has very readable fonts, but sadly very underutilized. It lacks crucial things and information such as the remaining driving range, on-demand power consumption, and media playback information. This is disappointing, considering Google is very much in charge of the UI, and I really hope to see a software update that will eventually allow more customizations. The home screen UI comes with 4 tabs that you unfortunately can't change their positions, but I like that you can swipe to the right to respective app categories and swipe to the left to access shortcuts in the app such as music playback controls and point of interest on Google Maps. Despite that, I find this UI not utilizing the screen estate well enough, as Google and Volvo could have easily made a dashboard that shows the driving range, music playback information, and Google Maps just like Apple's CarPlay. For instance, when I am on Spotify and want to know my current power consumption and remaining driving range, I have to get back to the home screen and tap on the Range Assistant app. And I have to do the same thing if I want to get back to Spotify. There's no way to switch apps or do a split screen. Oh yeah, let's not forget to mention that there isn't a button on the steering wheel to switch media source. One feature that I really appreciate is the battery life estimation on Google Maps, which is very accurate and useful to help me decide where to stop for charging stations on a long road trip. Charging stations in Malaysia is sadly still very limited, and DC fast chargers are extremely costly if you really want to get the car back on the road faster. With a 50 kWh DC fast charger, the XC40 Electric charges from 60 to 90% in 36 minutes, and I was thankful that I found one for free of charge when I drove back to Johor for the election day. And for that entire trip, I charged the car 3 times when covering a road trip mileage of 600 kilometers, which isn't a really pleasant experience because the car would at most offer up to 380 kilometers per charge if you aren't driving at regular speeds. However, the beauty of electric cars is that they consume extremely minimal power when you are in a heavy traffic, and I'm thankful for the Auto Smart Cruise feature that follows cars at a distance and reduces driving stress. Ultimately, the Google experience in the Volvo XC40 Electric is still very much a work in progress in terms of usability. It definitely reduced the need to depend on Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and I look forward to how Volvo and Google can compete with Tesla's operating system as they deliver future software updates to the car, which is also one thing that can potentially make the XC40 Electric a more fun car to own for the rest of the ownership. Last but not least, the XC40 Recharge Pure Electric's price tag of 278,888 ringgit is very attractive for the features and performance you are getting, and I definitely recommend checking it out if you are looking for a powerful electric compact SUV for city driving. So yep, that's pretty much for my thoughts on Google's Android Auto OS on the Volvo XC40 Recharge Pure Electric. Let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section down below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more car videos and also other tech videos coming right up, and give us a thumbs up if you love what you saw. And I'll see you guys in the next one.